Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. So this morning I'm in kind of a mood and I don't really know what to do with myself. I know I have to do some filming. I could do it a different day, but I went to the stables this morning quite early. I always go early in the morning just to have it be done. Otherwise I have the feeling that I cannot do anything for the rest of the day because I'm like waiting to go to the stables. I don't know. And also my horse is still in his stable when I get there. So then I can either brush him or get him ready to ride if I want to do that. Go do that and then have him be turned out. If I go earlier in the morning and he's already turned out, I cannot get him to come with me because he's outside, he's enjoying his life. He's like, well, if he had fingers, he would give me the finger, the middle finger, and say, I'm outside, leave me alone. So I always go early in the morning. This morning it was freezing cold. I was wearing my ski trousers because freezing cold and I hate the cold. Everything there was frozen, so couldn't do much. I just gave him some carrots and some attention, cleaned his stall and let him be on his merry way, and then I was on my merry way. And then I came home and I took a shower and I was like, I need to go do something, but I didn't really feel like it. I don't know what this mood is. Also, my period has just started today, so maybe that's it. I feel very sorry for myself for some reason. I just feel sorry for myself and I feel like I don't know how to describe this mood. Just that's how I would describe this mood. But you know what I think will fix this? You know what will fix a lot of my problems? Yellow eyeshadow. So I'm here to do yellow eyeshadow because I love a yellow eyeshadow. Is it gonna be beautiful? I don't know. Is it gonna be something special? I don't know. Have you seen me do yellow eyeshadow a lot? Yeah, but that's just what it is. Yellow eyeshadow is my love. You can see that light. How did I do? There we go. The sun is very much out there today. So that also didn't help because I was like, I have to film, but I cannot sit in my usual spot because it is too bright and blinding for me to sit there. So I've made some adjustments. It isn't perfect, but we're just gonna roll with it. And I'm gonna slap some yellow shadow on my lids and hopefully it'll make me feel a little bit better. And if not, I have yellow eyeshadow on and I can film a video after this one and call it a day. I don't know. Then after I can wallow in self-pity. It's fine. I don't know. I also don't really know if this mood is like because I just started my period. Maybe it's hormonal. I'm not really sure. I just have it some days where just doing the most simple tasks feels like I'm gonna have to do a like exam that I didn't take classes for and I also didn't study for and I didn't know it was there, but they just call me up and go like, you have to take this exam now and you have to do good. That's just how the smallest tasks can feel some days. Like I cannot do it. Physically impossible, mentally impossible. And then I do the things and I'm like, oh, was that it? I don't know what that is. Do you guys have that sometimes? Is that normal? Am I weird? I mean, yeah, I am, but that's okay. I like being weird. Okay, so we have yellow down. Do we need more yellow? I feel like I just want to do all yellow, but different tones. So I've done, this is the Give Me Glow Summer Vibes palette. I've done this in the crease in the first third, then this in the outer third of my crease, and a little bit in my outer corner. Then I think I'm gonna do the Juvia's Place Zulu yellow on my lid, because why not? And then maybe do some shimmer over top of that. Who knows? I also don't really have a lot to talk about. I was thinking about talking more about the fact that I'm still struggling with the decision to have, or like start trying to have a baby. But I feel like this hormonal mood is not gonna be helpful when I'm gonna try and talk about that. I don't know. So if you don't know, I did a Get Ready With Me last summer, I believe, where I talked about my struggles, the struggles that I had and that I faced when it came to deciding whether I wanted to have children. And I mentioned there, I guess we're just gonna talk about it anyway. I just said maybe it's not a good idea. Oh, sorry if I blinded you. And now I apparently I do want to talk about it, so we're talking about it. So in that video I spoke about how my husband has always said that he really does want to have children. Maybe not like multiple. I don't really know what his standpoint is for that. I believe 2 would be good, but I'm not really sure. It doesn't really matter. But at least 1 child is what he really, really wants. And I'm just unsure. And I've always kind of been unsure. You know how some people just have that feeling from a very young age that they want to be a mom? I've never had that. If I had a feeling like that, I would say it was quite the opposite of that feeling. Oh, I'm so sorry, this mirror. I'm gonna pick a different palette to use as a mirror because that big one is just catching too much sunlight. So I've never really had that sort of feeling of I want to be a mom or I want to have a child. But with him wanting that, of course, it's got me thinking about it. And in that video I talked about like how do you know? When do you know? And I've asked my friends this who have children, and so I asked you guys in that video because I consider you guys also my friends. And I got a lot of very lovely responses to that. I was on holiday at that moment, so I didn't have the time to react to all of these comments, but still to this day, excuse me, I'm so grateful for everyone who commented on that video because it gave me such a nice insight of what sort of the road, or I don't know, the journey I want to say is for so many people. And it's so different for everyone, but that sort of gave me hope of that it's not weird to not know. Is that making any sense? You know, sometimes people just say, well, you're a woman, so shouldn't you biologically have that sort of urge to have children? I don't know. And I feel like maybe looking at biology, it would be, I guess, it would be very wanted that women would want to have children, because if we don't want them, then the human race would cease to exist, you know? So I don't really know. Where am I going with this? I'm gonna use, I think, this yellow shimmer from Glam Shop. Now this came out of a small palette, so it's not a single that I bought, but I made it into a single. And I'm gonna pop that on my lids. It's looking very yellow. I don't know, does it look weird? I love yellow. I wish there was a little bit more depth in this. Maybe, wait, I'm all over the place. Hormones. We're gonna blame the hormones, okay? Maybe I should use one of my Colourpop shades. Oh, my cat is playing with. Can you see her? She's sitting right there. Ready? No. It's very hard to see her. She's very black. What are you doing? I think I'm gonna use this shadow. This is the shade Buzzkill from the Uh-Huh Honey palette, and just darken it up just a tad bit, just a smidge. Is that the word? Now that I've moved away a little bit, I'm struggling with where to put all of my eyeshadows. It's ridiculous. I'm like swarmed by them. Okay, is that doing anything? Yeah, sort of. It is sort of doing something. Where was I going? Just the fact that I'm not really sure what to do, what I want. And I got so many comments and I'm so happy about it. And I just want to share how I'm feeling at this moment. Like, I've evolved from that girl that you saw there tremendously. I have been looking up so much more about just everything. So not only birth and I guess what do you need, and like what do you need stuff wise. Is that making any sense? But also what's gonna change for you, and what are some of the costs, and what do you do when your baby does XYZ? How do you resolve these types of things? I've just been doing a lot of research. Also, I've just randomly been on, I guess, mom TikTok. Well, not really like the like negative side of mom talk, where moms are being influencers and like pushing their children to do things that their children don't want to do. But just, I've been seeing this girl, and I don't know what her username is. I don't think I'm following her, but she just pops up every now and again, and she makes videos on how to react to maybe certain situations when your kid hits you, or when your kid has a tantrum. I don't know, things like that, and more specific situations, but she has just been popping off. Okay, I'm gonna finally put, my cat is playing with a toy. I'm gonna put the shimmer on my lids. So I've been seeing her, and I don't know if that has led me to be on the TikTok that I am, but I've been seeing a lot of birth stories and how people prepare for that. I don't know, just different things that have put things into perspective for myself. And the thing is, I'm not really as scared as I thought I would be thinking about being pregnant and having a baby. There's still a lot of things that scare me, and it's mostly things that are out of my control. Like, what is the world gonna be that I put my child on? What's gonna happen? What if my child gets sick? And I mean things that are out of my control. So not, oh, my child caught a cold because I let them play outside without their jacket on, or whatever, but just like serious thing like immune diseases or cancer or something. That scares me. what if my child gets bullied in school and like school does nothing, and you know, those things. And then I'm also hesitant about putting them in the system that we have created right now, like the school system and how education is sort of monitored, I guess. I don't know. So those are all things that are sort of out of my control, and those scare me the most. And then also I'm obviously scared that something might happen to me while I'm pregnant, and that might like negatively change my life forever. And I know that maybe this is very, very negatively overthinking behavior, but I do think about those things, like what if something happens during my pregnancy and I may lose function of my legs. Who knows? Like, those things can happen, and it's not like I've read all scary stories about things, but they're in the back of my mind, like that could happen. And sometimes I get into this very negative downward spiral. I'm like, surely something like that is going to happen to you. Something's going to affect you. Something's going to affect your child. And you're going to have to live with the consequences, and you're going to regret it, you know? Or that something might happen to my husband, and that I'll be alone to have to care for this child that ultimately he really wanted. But did I also want it? You know? I'm just thinking about those things. Ugh. I'm not sure how to deal with it, because I think it's good that I'm thinking about a lot of things, but it's also tiring and maybe a little bit too much overthinking, you know? And I think at the end of the day, I'm still not sure. I'm still not sure. I feel like, and I've seen a lot of comments, well, a lot. I've seen some comments from you guys on my last video talking about this, where you said, well, it happened to me. Like, we didn't plan that I was gonna get pregnant, but I got pregnant. And I feel like if that would happen to me, I would have peace with it, you know? But just choosing for it to happen, that's a bridge too far still for me. So I don't know. Are we gonna do some liner, or am I just gonna leave it yellow? I feel like this is just the vibe I'm going for today. Just very yellow. We're not gonna do any type of eyeliner or something. I've just ever so slightly deepened out the outer corner, and that's it. Other than that, we just have yellow. Do a matte white inner corner. Don't know why, but I feel like it. I do think this really has helped me feel a little bit better. Like, not only putting all of this yellow on my eyeballs, but also just talking to you guys. Just sort of getting things off of my chest, even though half of my stories don't really make sense. Like, what have I now talked about? What is the conclusion of the story? I don't know. But feel free to leave any comments on the subject, or I don't know. Who knows? A helicopter flew by. Don't know if you could hear that. Let's add some mascara and watch this whole look come together, because like that looks, it looks cute but bare. And then this is gonna help so much. I think I said this in my last Get Ready With Me as well. Sometimes I do looks and for the entirety of doing the look, I'm like, this is not working. I cannot pull this off. And then I add some mascara and I'm like, wait, I can't pull this off. Look at the difference. So we have this eye, this eye, and then that eye. A difference. It's insane. So we're gonna finish this. And then for blush, I think I'm gonna try using this lipstick because I still have some uses on this for a project. I don't know how this is gonna work out. Maybe, oh, I'm a little bit scared. Did that work? Okay, I don't know if I love the look of that, but I don't think I hate it, so. Do I now look like a clown? Let's wait for the redness of my cheek to go down because I just rubbed it and see how bad it is. Oh no, that works. I don't know. I wouldn't use it every day as a blush, but just for some extra uses, it works. Just need some uses in the project. And then for a highlighter, we're doing BH. I've been loving this palette so much. So let's do the orange. Oh yeah. Once again, my story has completely died down. Not that I really had a point to make, but I was just sharing my feelings, so take from it what you want and leave the rest. This will be the finished look. I love it. I really love yellow. That's all I have to say. That's just what it is. I love yellow. All right, and I hope you loved this video, even though it may have not made any sense. Who knows? I hope you enjoyed it anyway. If you have anything to say, don't feel free. No, I mean, feel free to leave a comment, or don't hesitate to comment. I was mixing the two up. Either way, you can comment. Don't forget to like this video if you did like it, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I will hopefully see you in one of my next ones. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.